Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the check-in for exam 2. So this is also the review for exam 2, so we're going to go over what you need to study for. But I want to offer a quick reminder, and it'll be located, of course, next to the exam, but you have to download Lockdown Browser in order to complete the exam. Alright, so the exam has to have Lockdown Browser. The password is PTA 2025, and I'll have that in, of course, the announcement section. But make sure you have Lockdown Browser ready. It's only 30 questions long, a lot of true and false and multiple choice, but you do have some all-important, I'm pretty sure, unless I took them, yep, there they are, short answer and essay questions. I was looking because I know I took some out the last time I had this exam. There's not as many as there used to be because I ran into a little bit of issue where there wasn't enough time, all right? You do have 2 hours to complete the exam, 2 total hours for 30 questions. That's not that bad. So all in all, you guys should be good to go for this exam. It's going to be based off the lectures and, of course, the textbook. So make sure you have your textbook ready. You could do it open book. You just can't have other windows open during the test. All right, let's do an overview here so you guys are ready. So as you get into exam 2 and in the final exam, you have to score good, right? In order to get a good grade in a class because they're worth a high percentage. Of course, you don't have to be perfect by any means, but you need to get a solid grade here. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys do. Take it seriously. It's really important. It's a little more challenging than exam 1, but I know you guys are going to do great based on the work that you've done so far in this semester. All right, here's the study guide. So write these questions down, write these areas down that you need to know. Know what a patient bill of rights is? What is a patient bill of rights? What is respondeat superior? Respondeat superior, we've talked about that. All right, we talk about laws that protect patients. Know about laws that protect patients. And that's kind of general, right? That's a really general uh, answer or a really general question or statement. So I'm saying it in a general way because I don't want to give away the question too much. All right. The true or false questions, I'm not going to give you a lot of information on. You guys should be totally fine in regards to that. Know what liability is, who's liable, vicariously liable, negligence, that kind of stuff. Know what those terms are. Know what the Occupational Safety and Health Association is, OSHA. Know what OSHA is and what they stand for. Just know the difference in federal and state legislatures. The Senate, the Congress on the federal side, and on the state side, know the separation of powers, right, from the executive branch, judicial branch, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you understand those terms like we've talked about. Know when physicians should report on a regular basis to various government agencies. What do they report? Part of that, which I'll give you a little bit of heads up because we've talked about it, but births, deaths, and communicable diseases are reported, so make sure you understand and know that. Know what Medicare and Medicaid is? What is Medicare and Medicaid? Kind of simple, but you guys should know what those are and how they work differently, especially in the news today, right? A lot of information out there about Medicaid especially. EEOC, what is the EEOC? Know the difference between a plaintiff and a defendant? All right, Constitution. Know about the Constitution, the preamble and the entire Constitution, the amendments, all that kind of stuff. What's common law? Know about common law. I already talked about the branches of government. A couple questions on that. What about the statute of limitations? Know about that. What is the statute of limitations? Know about malpractice, negligence. We already mentioned negligence, but know about malpractice as well. All right. A lot of true or false, which I think you guys will enjoy this time. Know about HIPAA and PHI and how do we protect that HIPAA, right? Make sure you understand HIPAA as we talked about a few times. Know about the privacy and security rules with HIPAA, privacy and security rules. All right, there's going to be a couple of questions, even short answer on HIPAA, which I think you guys should fly through because it's talked about so much. Know what autonomy is? How do you define autonomy? What is autonomy? And then know about conflicts and interests from a medical perspective and from a legal perspective. All right. Know about managed care. What is managed care? How does it work? And that's it. I didn't go over a lot of the true or false because I don't want to give away the questions, but you guys should do a great job. I'm looking forward to it. I'll post more information, of course, below this video. Always, if you have any trouble with Lockdown Browser, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here if you need me. I'm looking forward to a great exam and, of course, a great rest of the semester as we transition on, and it'll go here really quickly after this exam. And before you know it, we'll be in the final exam, which will have a review of its own. All right, thanks so much. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'm looking forward to grading your exams. Thanks so much.